This is such a phenomenal story. Katrina Remembered is the exhibition, but how you got to this point, just tell us about it. You were here visiting family when Katrina hit.
I was here visiting family, and I remember the flight from Philadelphia was empty. It was me and one other journalist, literally just two of us on the plane. And I landed, and his father picked me up from the airport, and I was like, what is going on? The contraflow was happening. We were going in the opposite direction, and went to his house his girlfriend's house in New Orleans East, and you know, I'll never forget, I watched Ray that night, and we went to bed, and the next morning I remember looking out the window, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense to me. I turned my head sideways. I'm like, oh, that's the way the rain's supposed to fall. And then next thing you know, the roof of the house across the street flies off,
and like all journalists would do, you went out and you documented the story. We should say you were already armed with the Pulitzer Prize when you got here to do so. Taking those pictures, what were you thinking in the process, and did you think that it would become what it is today, the exhibition, and telling the story?
Well, no. Truth be told, at the time, I was evacuated by a helicopter, National Guard helicopter.
Okay.
I made my way back from Houston. I was able to convince a marine amphibious vehicle to take me and a journalist buddy back to the house to retrieve my cameras.
Yeah, sure.
And then I was able to start making pictures. And I just thought it was something that the world needed to see. It was very important that we remember.
And it's an exhibit that you've had for a while, but D.A. Williams, you said it's the first time that we're going to have this show here in New Orleans.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. The world tends to fall in love with things from New Orleans before New Orleans does, like Louis Armstrong. He's a toast to Paris, but treated poorly in New Orleans sometimes. This exhibit is actually in the Los Angeles subway right now, embedded for life in the subway tiles. But it's important for us in the city of New Orleans to take a moment to reflect on how far we've come, just what we've come through as individuals. That's a way to really be grateful for where we are now. With our current struggles and our current challenges, we could never forget what we went through as a people, because that's what holds us together.
Yeah, Mr. Williams, 19 years later, what do you hope people get from your work?
I hope they are able to feel the love that the city has and realize the city has come a far way from Katrina. It's funny, growing up, I spent my summers here, and as a result of Katrina, I ended up moving here. So New Orleans is my home now. And I just think it's very important that we all take a chance to celebrate, because each and every one of us has a story from Katrina.
All right, well said. Thank you so much. Thank you both for coming in this morning. And the Katrina Remembered Art Exhibition, it is tomorrow night from 6 until 8 at 830 Julia Street. This full conversation, we'll have it for you on our website, along with other events that are going on around town to observe a day we'll never forget here in New Orleans. We've got it all for you on our website, WWLTV.com.